That's sort of what I was expecting, honestly. You could have warned me when you were gonna start. I just didn't screw up your own intro. But here we go.
Nope, I didn't screw up nothing. Welcome to episode 12 of Living the Podcast. We discuss various topics in the gaming industry and give perspective as a growing company. Alex thinks I fucked this up. I didn't. In this episode, we don't know what we're going to talk about. It's probably going to be gamer theories, maybe not. I don't know. Let's talk about Mario and shit.
Are you going to introduce us?
How was that, Alex?
Yes, that was actually very, very nice. Thank you.
Joe, was that how do you like it, man? Was it good?
Look, I'm just saying, the sad piano intro. That's all that needs to happen.
That'll be the outro.
That'll be the outro. Okay, I got the outro then.
When I get to our exit spiel, I'll play that. Okay.
Got you. I got that then. That's all me, baby.
So even though we've been talking for the past 2 hours already, how you guys been doing?
Fine. Not bad.
Fine. Yeah.
I
mean,
I've been moving.
Yeah, that's right. You have been moving.
I have been. No, I'm not. I have to turn my keys in on Friday, but that's about it.
You graduated school.
I did graduate school.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Did I, have we really not had a podcast in that long?
It's been a while.
Oh, Christ.
Actually, it's been since I moved. And that was July.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, I graduated. I did.
What did you graduate for?
What I graduated from college. I graduated from preschool. Hey, I wish it was a joke.
Your degree, man. What's your degree?
My degree was a BS in computer science.
Yeah. That's right. You're a programmer.
I am a programmer. So did the computer science. I did the gaming focused one, which I call BS computer science because that's what it is. But my degree doesn't even say my goddamn major on it, so who cares? It just says BS. It just says Bachelor of Science. That's it. I am not fucking around.
Oh my God.
It's just some bullshit science. Whatever.
So here's the thing. I'm pretty mad about it because every single goddamn engineering degree got their own. It says what subsection of engineering they were. All of computer science. It doesn't matter if you were game dev. It doesn't matter if you're BA or whatever. It just said Bachelor of Science.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's something you should be able to complain about.
It doesn't even say
push it and do shit.
It doesn't even say computer science. I'll have to go look for it. It just said Bachelor of Science. It doesn't say computer science. It's just yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, shit. I mean, hell, mine says, graduate from UAT.
Dave, I think they hit it out of the park, one might say.
Well.
So inappropriate.
You really just wanted to use that, did you?
I just wanted that. I just wanted
it. So you went on this long rant just so you can use...
Well, I thought about it, and then I was like, if he presses it right away, it might be a funny. But then you took a few seconds. And I was like, less funny.
Yeah, sorry.
I need to have my own.
Well, I think the whole process of me trying to get my stupid headset to start working stressed me right the fuck out. So I'm exhausted now. Yes, podcast.
Podcast issues.
Always.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, you should keep playing with it. But okay, I think you should probably
keep playing with this.
I think it'd be cool if we updated more actual sounds, that are copyrighted and stuff. That would be great.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. We have the perfect 4 sounds. We have the intro, we have the sad piano, the baseball, and the 420.
Dude, you're such a
not on the podcast. Oh, never mind. Always on the podcast.
No, on the podcast. Only on the podcast. Dude. High as hell all the time. 420 with a blow blazing.
It's okay. You can be whoever you want, man. That's the glory of this. It could be whoever you want. We literally don't have to be Dave Brown, Alex, and Joe. Like,
Hey, thanks for forgetting my name there for a minute, but that's okay.
We could just be. You could be sexy.
He's a sexy caster.
Sexy Judy Yates.
I already am.
You got a username that's like
see?
fucking just jarbled up nonsense. And I'm saying this now because I'm a diva, obviously.
I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are a diva.
Wait, what was the topic? What did you want to talk about? Or do you have anything you want to talk about? Well, correct.
I don't know.
We're doing this off the fly.
I'm doing this off the fly, man. We're just
Free
fucking
ball.
winging it, man. Free ball. Yeah. You guys been playing any games? I know. Shit, we've been fucking busy, but you guys been playing anything?
I played like some Axiom Verge. I think I'm almost finished with it. I really like it, but I'm also kind of bad at it, I think.
Oh shit! How is that?
You know, it's typical, I guess, Metroidvania type game. I like the game feel.
I heard it's really good.
I feel like I'm close to the end with it, but then I look at my inventory and I see that there's like 20 more slots for weapons, and I'm like, Jesus, what the hell?
Yeah, that kind of sucks. I
And
mean,
then I
at least
actually,
in
met
like
up with a
Metroid or
friend,
something, you knew exactly what how many you had to go.
And had been playing Bloodborne through with them. I did that like a couple of hours a couple weeks ago, and then a couple hours today.
That's fun.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun doing that. But also, I'm really bad at Bloodborne now.
Bloodborne, yeah, dude. I heard a nasty.
Is it about vaginas?
Game theory about that.
Correct. That is nasty. Don't bring it up.
And it was.
Yes. It's true. Like, oh.
Yeah, it's not even really a theory. It's kind of like all over the place, not just in imagery, but in context and actual flavor text in the game. Like, what have you.
Real?
Well, I know that there's some things that were slightly translated, and the Japanese
some
one
of the
is even
language
more on the nose,
to...
but like, it's pretty much on the nose already with that one. Like, the blood vials that you insert into your body is actually like menstruation blood.
Ugh.
So aren't you glad that this is now on your podcast?
It's disgusting. Yeah. I mean, that's not even where I was going to go with the game theory stuff. Definitely not that one.
That's just a
thing.
theory.
No.
Is that copyright? Do you think?
He's gonna fucking.
Oh, like he'd ever find us. He's like 2 feet tall.
That's true. Damn, dude. You know I gotta publish this, right?
Nah, dude, MatPat sucks. Who cares?
He will destroy us.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. He has a lot to destroy.
Dave, can you be Dave the cringy?
That's not just a theory. That's a Dave theory. Anyway. Yeah, Dave. Okay. I like that. I'm going to change my gamer tag.
Oh, yeah, it's earlier stuff. Like,
but speaking of gamer theories, like, actually, I did get into this channel a little bit. Like,
I don't know. At some point, I think it really was just around, like, Five Nights at Freddy's. Possibly because I really didn't care too much about that game in particular. I thought it was really cool that, like, you know, what the creator did with it, and also the fact that he had previously made, like, a Christian-specific type of game. So it was kind of like a weird shift for him. But then, you know, he just kept making new ones when they didn't necessarily need to, and stretching out the story and trying to come up with more things. And It's just kind of a mess lore-wise.
Yeah, I saw like there was like 20 episodes or some shit.
Yeah, there's far too many.
Yeah, I mean I haven't watched any of those. Like,
if you milk that game dry.
Guilty pleasure. I watched a lot of the Pokemon ones, but again, he's got like half his channel is Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, Pokemon has a shit ton of like.
Oh yeah, I heard a bit about that, but I really don't know anything.
Particularly the one I'm interested in.
There was a war, and I can't remember the details. I heard about it
that they like allude to, but you know, yeah. Yeah. But the one I was going to talk to you guys about was the like the Super Smash Brothers one. So I think Joe said it earlier when we were talking about like outside of the podcast that basically this is like his theory. Matt Pax or whatever his name is that basically like I'm going to butcher his name. Masahiro
Sakurai.
So the only thing I fucked up was the roll of the R.
Yeah, I mean you could say how you want. It's all fine.
And basically that all right, the theory is basically that Master Hand is actually Masahiro. And not even just Master Hands, like goes all the way up till I mean I haven't played the latest one, so I don't really know who the final boss is. I know it's some sort of like core or whatever.
Yeah, it's just called Master Core.
You just beat the hell out of it until it's just like,
hey guys, I'm gonna leave the
so
podcast.
Master Core has
take care.
Well, on the Wii U version of the game, on level 9 difficulty, it is 5 different forms, and then a core at the end that you can beat up. Okay. But with that, so what he was saying during that thing, I haven't watched it in a while, so correct me when I'm wrong, but he pretty much says that every subsequent like boss, Master Hand, all that is the different like struggles and stuff that he goes through with it. Because the first 2 games he essentially made alone for the most part.
Right. So there's Master Hand.
And then Crazy. So he made those 2 games essentially alone, not fully, but essentially he made them by himself.
So and Master Hand was. So Crazy Hand was in it too? The first one?
Crazy Hand was in Melee.
Okay, Melee. Okay, that's right.
And then Taboo was introduced kind of as the A boss, and he had control of Master Hand at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And then Master Core, after you beat Crazy and Master Hand, he explodes into the first one's Master Giant, then Master Beast, Master Swords. Then you kind of fight a clone of yourself. Then you go into Master Fortress, and then you beat the core. So that's the end of classic mode in that game.
So then I guess like what they're saying, the way they're trying to relate it is basically how he feels through the whole development process for as each game goes on. Is basically how like he's at first he's really into like his game. Then I think he if I remember the interview right, it basically gets to like the 3rd one. And then he's kind of like, okay, I really want to stop making these now because, like, I don't want to keep making sequels. Like, he has a apparently he has a problem with sequels.
Yeah, he was the creator of Kirby as well.
Right.
And he left that series because he was not happy with
how many
either
sequels?
the amount of sequels or the consistency of them happening.
Right.
It was one of those 2 things. And with this game, he does feel like it's a very hard game to make with how much is put into it, balancing a right now 70 plus character roster And
holy shit, they're up to that many?
Yeah. Yep. Smash Ultimate.
It's been a while since I played it.
Yeah. Yeah, you were at 25. Now they're at 70. But pretty much it went he just doesn't, because during the making of Smash 4 he actually got, what was it? I don't think this is right, but some sort of like arthritis type thing in his hand from the amount of work he was doing. And then this game, which uses decent amount of assets, but is a pretty new game, is still a new game. It just uses like moves and characters and all that, like the other games do. But it's still just like a difficult, long process. And I think he wants to do other things, but he doesn't seem to trust anyone else with Smash right now, at least. It's kind of his baby, his thing. And I think that obviously it's just a cash cow, that series.
Well, yeah. I mean, the latest game is basically preps for like esports and shit. So
yeah, they're doing a lot of stuff for that. So who knows? He always said, everyone just says, usually baselessly, that this is the last one. He's never coming back. All that, but we'll see what happens.
Well,
but
he's even said that, hasn't he?
He has. He did say that after Brawl. Apparently, I forgot where I read this. But when they originally announced the Wii U and the 3DS version, he had no idea about it. And then they asked him to be a part of it.
Oh, God.
And he said yes. So I'm assuming they did that because of his comments before. Yeah. That they were just like, we still want to make this game, but we'll find another director or whatever.
He's like, no,
but then they asked him, and he said yes. But we'll see. I mean, they're setting this game up to be more of a platform, it seems.
Right.
Just shoving so much shit into it. So we'll see. I think that his skills are very good, and he can definitely make other games. He's definitely one of the best out there, right up there with the Miyamotos, what's his name? The Metal Gear guy. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name.
Shit.
He's making Death Stranding.
Konami.
Yeah, him.
Fuck. Damn, I can't remember.
Yeah, I feel bad. Kojima.
There you go.
Hideo Kojima.
I was like, damn, it's like right there. I was like, why can't I know the name.
No, but he's up there with them, and I think he can make other great stuff. But obviously Nintendo wants Smash, and at least right now, we'll see.
Yeah.
Since it's being made very early in the Switch life cycle, in my opinion, it could lead to other great things. But yeah, the ones where
the Donkey Kong too, right?
Iwata, or I'm sorry, not Iwata. Sakurai.
Yeah.
No, that was Miyamoto. He did Donkey Kong.
Eh?
Yeah. Miyamoto did Donkey Kong, Mario, Zelda, Pikmin, Luigi's Mansion, and then Masahiro Sakurai did Kirby, Smash. He did the reboot of Kid Icarus.
Okay.
Which was really good. Good game. Loved it for him to make another, but I don't. If he hates making sequels, I don't want to make another. But that game is really good.
Well, shit.
But I just find when people reach into real life with this stuff, just it always feels a little far-fetched in terms of it, because some of it is based off of his word, but some of it also based off of stuff people assume.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that.
About him and about the development process of Smash, especially Smash, because I'm pretty big into that like community and game.
Yeah, but there's a lot of...
And just hearing people say, like, there are these unwritten rules about what goes on. It's like, no, there's not. It's just not real.
Unwritten rules for what? Like
what characters can get in, what that kind of stuff.
I assume it has
what characters are worthy, or whatever.
I'm sure it has a lot to do with like how well they can have their own like combat style and shit.
Yeah, so I think what goes into it. So wait, what's this? Near the end, right before Smash Wii U and 3DS came out, I think they put out a Smash ballot where people could vote on characters they wanted.
Right.
So I think he's drawing from that because a lot of times a Japanese audience doesn't, or I'm sorry, a Japanese company is not too keen on the American audience,
right,
and what they want. I don't think they're deaf to it, but they obviously vocally hear more of what the Japanese audience wants. So a lot of Japanese characters get in. But this time, that's not as much the case because there are characters like Ridley and King K. Rool, which are, as far as I know, much more popular in North America than Japan, and wanted by the North American audience more to get in to the game, and they are in now. So it's just.
I mean, Ridley's a
interesting
character. I don't understand.
Great character.
Yeah, but for a Smash Brothers game, like maybe a boss, I guess. Like,
nah, man, he's in. He looks good.
Playable character.
Yeah.
I mean, is he?
Yeah, you should look up all these trailers. They're pretty lit.
Is he bigger? Like, is he scaled down to the rest of them, or is he just?
So he is scaled down. So that was the original issue, that taking Ridley down, and he said this publicly, that scaling Ridley down would make him not Ridley anymore.
Right.
But it's not that as like drastic. I don't think is one might thought. They did a good job of doing it, I think. If you go on to smashbros.com, you can look at like their character art and stuff.
Well, I mean, he could probably just explain it away by saying you're playing with toys. Like, they're all going to be
I mean, the fact is that like there's characters like Olimar from Pikmin who's actually an inch tall.
Right.
And then there's Mario who's not, I don't know if he's like a full grown human being, but he's taller than an inch. And whatnot. Yeah. So.
Well, in Odyssey, like that was a whole nother theory that I came across, was basically how, like, I guess Mario in the Odyssey game goes to, like, I guess like the real world where there's like real like humans. They don't, like, the humans don't look like Mario. They look more realistic.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But like the theory behind that is basically like that's like a DK like city. So
yeah, New Donk City.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called New Donk City, and then all the streets are named after Donkey Kong characters.
Wow.
It's a cool place. It's cool.
And
the game's great.
So is that like amazing. Based off of like Donkey Kong, like country, like story and all that?
I don't know if it's based off of story particularly. So I guess you could kind of connect it in ways to the original Donkey Kong. They're like the Red Girders, and Pauline is the mayor of New Donk City. And like I said, there's Ramby Street and Espresso Street, Dixie, all that. But I wouldn't say it connects directly to Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
There is, I won't do any spoilers, there is the New Donk City Festival that is very cool, that does a bit more of Donkey Kong stuff, but it's nothing like that connects Donkey Kong to it, I would say. In that sense, you don't go like a DK Island or anything.
I know, like Matt Pack was like trying to connect, like, I guess basically the bananas or whatever from like Donkey Kong's like horde that they steal in Donkey Kong Country, saying that basically the reason why the humans look so much bigger than Mario when he's running around is because of those bananas. And then he like kind of, like you said, like the streets, and like he connects all that. But when I played it back in the day, like I've always noticed that, like, I guess in like maybe not now, but like back then, I always felt like they the art in that looked a little bit more realistic. Like they had 3D models in that one, right?
Yeah, and they were the first one. So essentially what they did, they took 3D models, I believe, and then took snapshots of them to animate them.
So like those always looked realistic to me.
Yeah.
Like versus like Mario. Like Mario's always been a pixel or do they do well, they don't do like they probably do 3D now, but like
yeah, they started doing 3D with the new Super Mario Brothers games. Like
the colors are just so much more like vibrant.
Yeah, bright. And
right.
Vibrant.
It's like more cartoony.
Yeah.
Like I don't get it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would say that Odyssey is slightly more on the realistic side, but it's still very cartoony. Because Mario is very cartoony.
Oh yeah.
And the issue, like I said in our little talking, that Nintendo, especially with Mario, changes things every 10 minutes just so they can keep it pretty much work with whatever they want to do. So I think I don't want to say this because I don't know if anyone actually said that, but I feel like I remember reading that they said that Mario wasn't even human anymore. That he's just like a Mushroom Kingdom person, even though he was human before. Stuff like that. So they go back and forth on all their crap all the time.
Yeah, I can see that.
To make it work, because obviously it's a gameplay first type thing with the same story every game. But I could see the all the connections really do point back to Donkey Kong, and I think they are part of the same universe. I don't know if they're in the same world and stuff like that, but with all the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games, Donkey Kong being a Mario character pretty much, it all connects somehow. But it's in the mind of Miyamoto, and that's just a crazy mind.
Yeah, wow. He ain't no Kojima. Kojima's
Kojima.
crazy.
So Kojima, like I watched that Death Stranding stuff, and I just don't get it. I don't get what's going on.
Have you got any of the Metal Gear all the Metal Gear games?
I have not played any of those. I'm assuming they're like similar.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like, like Ninja Gaiden shit going on in there.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden's fun.
I love Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, I played Ninja Gaiden 3.
I haven't.
I believe it's the one I played.
That's another one I'd like to look into as far as theory or stuff. Maybe there's something hidden in there that people forgot.
Yeah. A lot of fan theories. They're always just. They just grab a lot of times. MatPat was always. I felt good about this, even though I rip on him. I always felt like he got good evidence and used real math and did all that stuff well. I feel like a lot of other theories kind of just pull from thin air.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that
a lot of times without having any like actual base. I always felt like MatPat did a good job with his research, even though some of it may have been wrong. Right, whatever the case may have been. I always felt like he did a good job with that.
Or maybe tailored to fit what he's what he's trying to prove.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was another thing because I did like him for a bit, but I won't get into why any of that. That doesn't need to be said here. But
I don't know. I came across it the other day on my break, and I was just like, "Huh, there's all kinds of shit on this."
Oh yeah, he has a ton of videos. He's a hardworking guy.
There are other ones like that do it, but I mean, his are like short enough to watch in my lunch break. So
I think overall, like as a general game theorist, he's probably one of the best. I think when it comes to individual games, there are people who are better at their individual games, like a Zelda or a whatever. I think they do better. But when it comes to real math, all that kind of stuff, he does take the ball in it.
Yeah, maybe next week we talk about the Zelda stuff. Hell, that's
that series is just
that's a rabbit hole in itself.
Yeah,
hell, we could probably just base the whole podcast off of that.
Yeah, no, that would be Zelda's just a weird one because before Skyward Sword, they never really. I guess Ocarina and Majora's Mask, you could tell they were like similar because they were made within like a day of each other, pretty much. But Skyward Sword really was the one that alluded to this happened before everything else,
right?
More than any other Zelda being like, oh, this happened here and here and here. And I mean, they've already gone back on their timeline as of recently.
I mean, yeah, like I said, we could go into the whole thing about that by ourselves. But like, I didn't realize that some of the timeline had something to do with basically Link dying.
Yeah, the death timeline. There's the hero, the young, and then the death.
That's crazy.
I actually have right next to me. Where is it? I have that book somewhere in my room that has the timeline in it.
What's it called?
Hyrule Historia.
I want to look into that.
It's very cool. It's a book I strongly suggest. It has a lot of cool art. It has a lot of great stuff. Really cool book. But it has the original Nintendo-made timeline of Zelda.
Hey, you don't even need to make that a joke.
I won't get up, so I don't make too much noise because I don't see it right now. But.
It's all good. Well, that was our Living the Game podcast.
The whole thing. Or at least all the good parts.
But
well, yeah, shit, Alex, you missed like pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah, but all that lore is really
we
kind
can
of
talk
like,
about other stuff.
I don't know.
All right, well, maybe Alex
copy version of the manga.
Do his piece. What are we?
It's not really.
What's your favorite game that has lore in it? What's your favorite lore game? Dark Souls.
Oh, that's a good. I love Berserk. So yeah, I don't know. He was giving his thoughts on how like the Smash Brothers franchise is basically one big huge like metaphor for how Masahiro feels about like game development. Like,
well, I can certainly see that at the core of any game. It's good.
Specifically with development.
The best way to really like have it resonate with certain audiences
when that video came
there
out,
is a central theme.
I probably watched it
that everything kind of builds upon.
I'm not remembering every last detail
and when you're
of what
doing
he said,
game design,
because he does go into great depth
keep that
about
in mind and keep things at least
actually
simple in that sense
say.
that it always comes back to some common theme. Because if you just don't do that, then like the themes of the game start to become scattered and they're disjointed and it doesn't flow cohesively and it doesn't feel like an actual experience and just everything starts to fall apart. So it's definitely really important. And starting off with, saying that it's just Sakurai's like, I guess, take on what it happens with game development. Though, yeah, I definitely want to be interested in watching that actual video and learning about it more in depth. That's the only unfortunate thing about doing this in a sort of podcast version, I guess, because we don't have like all these facts and we haven't like sitting there and written a detailed script and like found out all this information. It's just kind of like, well, this is what I remember from this thing, or this is what I was told, or this is my own thoughts, and you don't really have them like right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, I could kind of cliff notes it, sort of. I mean, hell, Joe could probably do it better than me. But long story short,
I played like, the original.
Each one of the bosses at the end of each game is basically a metaphor for.
I don't think I played Brawl.
His, I guess, mindset at that point in development. So, like the Master Hand. Have you played any of them? or multiple? Okay. So basically, like, there's Master Hand, and there's like Crazy Master Hand. There's another one called Taboo, and I think Joe, you were saying like it breaks down into a few. Like Taboo actually breaks down into a few more.
So Taboo doesn't break down. Master Hand breaks down in the fourth game to Master Core and the parts and its
Taboo controls Master Hand at one point.
Yeah, in Subspace, pretty much the story there, or at least at one point, was that I don't know if this was always a fact or not, but Taboo was controlling the Master Hand,
which represents
through
creativity.
A lot of that. Yeah. And then in Smash 4, in the classic mode, he breaks up into different forms that may represent something I really don't remember, but we'll have to. It'll be interesting to see what the final boss or whatever of the next Smash game is, to see what that is, or if it means anything, or
so
noticeably means anything.
Right. So the last game was basically the core, right? So Master Hand finally breaks down. Instead of fighting, it just breaks down to this little core, and it just floats around until you beat the hell out of it and knock it off the stage. And I guess the metaphor is basically, with Crazy Hand represents like destruction, Master Hand represents like creativity, Taboo, bang, the force that controls Master Hand, which is creativity, but Taboo also represents like how basically like Masahiro is creating like basically a kid's game, a toy, and he's not really moving on. And then when
that's kind of a cool theory.
I guess when you kill Taboo, and that releases like Master Hand.
Once Ultimate comes
I don't know
out,
that part because
see if it continues with that.
But
if there's something else added to it,
you beat it down to enough where it's just a core, it floats around, and that represents him
like the whole idea that
like giving up.
Master Hand was like
kind of like rolling over.
The controller behind everything, and he was playing with toys. Was the first game's like theory, and I would say that's pretty damn accurate. But I guess that plays in larger to this, whole Sakurai thing. So. Well, now why don't if you want like an actual live in the game theory, Dave, you came up with one. Why don't you explain why Goofy is actually the king?
That was a theory from Live in the Game podcast.
Yeah, that wasn't our theory.
That was our basic ass interpretation.
He said Disney World. I remember.
Yeah,
you can check the audio.
Go watch the video and don't subscribe to Matt Pat.
I do like Goofy a lot. That's true. But I don't know. I don't know when he's actually been royalty.
Oh, we're going to Kingdom Hearts. Okay.
Like instance.
Do it.
Or are you trying to say that's some kind of like
come on now
facade that he's playing off?
I did.
He's like,
cause he's king, man.
Correct.
Come on, who's better than fucking Goofy?
Is running the whole operation. What do you have against Mickey?
Can't even fucking do it.
Or are you saying that you actually want to make love to Mickey? Okay. Okay.
That Mickey's kind of like the Queen of England, just a figurehead, and Goofy's running the entire operation.
I didn't know you were specious.
I'm just saying, fuck Mickey. That's all.
Dude, leave Mickey alone, man.
No. No, figuratively, I'm saying fuck Mickey. You know why? Because he's a mouse. He's a
nice mouse.
He's too nice. No,
wow, that's really hurtful towards mice.
No one's that nice. No one. He's a damn dirty rat.
Nah, dude, Mickey's a good guy.
All right, how you guys good for tonight? All right.
Probably.
Well, we want to thank you guys for listening to our podcast about bashing mouses and stuff like that. God. Because because fuck Mickey. You can find out more about oh, hold on, you know what, I messed that one up. There you go.
Dude, what a great rim shot. That came like 10 seconds too late. Oh, let me do it. You hit out of the park.
Alright, this is just a fucking train wreck. So we thank you for listening to the podcast. Yeah, sorry about all. We're trying something new, so we figured we'd play with the buttons a little bit.
It's okay, Dave. This one time I ended a podcast and it went like this. Goodbye.